I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
DeAndre Hopkins was named All-Pro for the first time in 2017. And really don't have to do much but look at the statistics to know why. 4 touchdown grabs in 2016, jumped that up to 13 in 2017. That led all NFL receivers. Also added in 96 catches and close to 1,400 yards. DeAndre Hopkins' ability to get free in the secondary is a marvel, mainly because of head fakes and body control.
3rd and long for Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Dante Fowler in on the stop. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, Wilson. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play. Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss. Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Winston now from the 50. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here are the starters defensively for the Chargers. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Now Winston. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. We're scoreless after 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Winston. They'll let this go deep for Sutton, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Let's go, buddy.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st down, Winston. And he's going to have to hook up to Sutton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they have clinched a playoff spot. Bad news, if they want to make a Super Bowl for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th and final spot.
Well, you know what I would do if I were leading up the coaching staff?
What's that?
Oh,
and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away. That means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Let's go, deep Titans. Let's go. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. It's caught. Smith. Still going. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
They come out here in the I. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Duke Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. 49, check 49. Let's go.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Winston. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 21. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Winston. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
4 down, 4 down. Eyes on 81. Eyes on 81.
Again, it's Winston. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll throw again. Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To the air again with Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Jameis again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is now 21-0. So that one along a 11-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
14. Go. Bandit. 51 on the check. Easy.
Play action. Now Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It is the final weekend of the regular season, final day of the calendar year as well. A lot of action to update you on, so let's get right to it. We'll get started out on the West Coast in Oakland. And that one so far deadlocked at 17 in the second quarter. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Andrew Luck has thrown a couple.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And certainly they're pleased to know that they will be in the postseason. They clinched a spot at least, but for now they have to make the run out of that last wild card spot, the 6 hole.
But how happy will they be to actually try to make that run?
Hey, as long as I'm in the lineup, I'm happy, and they're in the lineup right now.
Bingo, right? No disappointment when you make the playoffs. Yes, is the road a little bit more difficult, having to do everything on the road? Yes, but bottom line, win the first one. See,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Oh, he's got some breathing room, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by one more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Ready, break, 951. Let's go. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Ready.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check that. We got 952 right here. Now watch one.
Jameis to throw it. He finds Hopkins complete. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Where's 52? 52.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Ready, you ready. Double dog, that's the way.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. A throw out wide caught by Hopkins. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Denver defense, they get ready to do battle again here. Now, the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, the struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right? That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now Johnson. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They go to Johnson again. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 43. Hill looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. The throw over the middle, taken in. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Now Hill looking to throw on 1st.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Hill. And he comes back with one complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
52. 2nd and 10 at the 30.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He is racking the sacks up. Charles, 5 last week, now 2 here.
I don't care what they've done in scheme. It's not working. I mean, you can do it all day long, all night long. They did it all week, and it hasn't worked. And in fact, on that last sack, I thought I saw him drop a Pro Bowl ballot at the feet of the quarterback and say, here's a pen right in my name.
He keeps playing like this. He'll be dropping those ballots from a plane above the city. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
56, Shake, Delta. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Play fake. Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Back to throw. Hill. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They begin the drive with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Winston here to throw. Completes it to Davis. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Hill, offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Hill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hill throwing once more. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. first down. Hill, flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again. Hill. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Are you? You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.